I gotta get something else that's about to put me to sleep. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, hit the like button for me.
My baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure. But does she really wanna? But can't stand to see me walk out the door. Don't try to fight the feeling, cause the thought alone is killing me right now. Thank God for mom and dad for sticking two together, cause we don't know how. You think you got it, oh, you think you got it, but got it, just don't get it if there's nothing at all. We've been together, oh, we've been together, but separate's always better when there's feelings involved. It's what they say is, then what makes, then what makes, then what makes, then what makes, then what makes love exception. So why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why,
All right, that's a little better. That's a little better. I'm gonna have to change that countdown. But welcome, 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 guys. Happy Sunday to you. Thank you for joining me for this late night live. Shout out to you if you join me over there on Patreon. We had a nice little discussion when it comes to Real Housewives of Potomac. But let me say some hellos. I see the legend of the mods here. Shout out to Linda Gamble. Thanks for joining me. The birthday girl is in the building. Danya. Happy birthday to you, sis. Absolutely beautiful. I was all up and down your Instagram page. Happy birthday to you.
Go, shorty. It's your birthday.
All right. And to the cutie moms that's in the building, excuse me. Again, we have Linda Gamble. We have Teresa Wright. We have I Am Pink Diva. Sorry, guys. Don't know if Debbie made it over here, but she was over there on Patreon. And shout out to the cutie moms. Shout out to the cuties that's in the building. I see April, Patricia, Jay, Red, and Angela Richardson. Angela Richardson, my sweet sis. And several other cutie crew members, Leah's grandma +1. And yeah, they always represent Bridget J. Now look, you know I cannot miss you, but sis,
girl, what's going
on? Welcome. Okay, guys. We spent what? Shoot. 2 hours over there on Patreon. We're going to spend about an hour tonight, and then we're going to go on about our business. If you have not hit the like button, please go ahead, hit that like button for me. And I'm going to start this off with a hot topic that we spoke about the other day that absolutely broke my heart. And I am talking about the young lady that was in labor in Dallas, Texas. Heartbreaking. I am going to start off with this video again. We do have updates, but for those that missed it, or if you don't know what's going on, a little bit more when it comes to this story is this was actually the date that they were going to induce her at this hospital. And I think maybe her water broke and she couldn't wait until the time that she was supposed to go in. So her mom rushed her there. And just because she didn't come by ambulance, they made her sit in that emergency room area in pain. And like I said, we need to see this. You guys need to react to it. And long history when it comes to that hospital. So go ahead, take a look and a listen, and then we'll get to the updates as far as what's going on with this. If you are in Dallas, let me know if you've heard of this hospital, Dallas Regional Medical Center in Mesquite, Texas, is where this happened. So take a look again. This was heartbreaking.
When's your due date?
Now,
Is your due
what?
How many times have you been pregnant?
I will say, I got to stop it right there. The mom, we going to get to it, Patricia J. The mom that's recording, you better than me. You know what I'm saying? And look, violence is not the answer to everything, to anything. I'll put it that way. But in some cases, and this would have been one, that keyboard that you typing on probably would have been upside your head. And I don't condone any type of violence. But yeah, no. So kudos to the mom for taping, because look, a lawsuit will happen and they will get paid. And you guys will see why in a minute. But let's go ahead and continue.
This is your third pregnancy?
You?
You have two babies
This
at
is
home?
my house.
You have two babies at home? Where's your doctor?
Bitch. The only fucking thing that she needed to know was that she was in labor. All those other questions you can ask later. You're not going to sit in my face, gaslight me, and ask all these dumbass questions. That's why I say to mama, you guys excuse my language. But this is how upset I'm getting just for the second time around of watching this. You're not going to sit and ask these goddamn questions. How many babies you got at home? What's your doctor's name? Where do you work? Do you have insurance? Why she's sitting there in pain? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Let's continue.
Y'all treat all your patients like this or just the black ones?
Even right there, when the mom asked her if you guys treat all your black patients like this, all your patients like this, or just the black one. No reaction from her. She ain't turn around. Oh, no, ma'am. This is proper protocol. I have to do this. I have to answer these questions. I know that she's in pain, but this is a hospital. We don't operate like that when it comes to rape. She ain't say shit. So that should let everybody know. This is how they get down. Okay?
Last name is Jones.
That's Gigi.
Therapy too. Not sure when her due date is.
Her due date is
It's the 10th.
She had 3 pregnancies, 2 babies at home.
And see, that's what she playing in their face. She done already told her the due date was today. She didn't answer every question. The mom decided to start taping probably after, when she really realized how this chick is playing in their face. And not only would I have needed a room, your ass would have as well. This is horrible. And when I give you guys this next update, you'll really see how horrible that it is. Let's go ahead and get through this, because I'm ready to cry all over again.
Bet y'all listen next time. When you found out you was delivering at this hospital, your ass should have changed doctors.
Not a care in the world. Not a care in the world. This is a hospital with rooms. So it's not like they could have not taken her somewhere else and F some paperwork right now. That's just it. These questions and all of that Yeah, no. Baby was born 12 minutes later after waiting in that area for 30 or more minutes. And I want you guys to take a look at, why did this show like this? Okay. I want you guys to take a look at what the mom had to say. So we're going to look at these 3 short videos. Then we'll get into more about that nurse. I did drop the link if anybody want to come up, because I'm not looking at the comments. I will try to scan through. Never turned around at all, which would have been perfect for me, Bridget J. Because I promise you, that head that was hanging down, it's wrapped all up and through my knuckles and fingers. Keep your back turned to me if you want to. Hey, Miss Lady, keep your back turned to me if you want to. Zero compassion. I think that was you that said that, Pink Diva. Zero compassion at all. And she wouldn't have done that to one that looked like her. I can guarantee you that. And she has a history. There was another Black girl that came out and spoke about the treatment that she received. But anyway, let's take a look at what the mama had to say. We'll look at a couple updates.
Follow up on the video that I posted earlier. So I was at work. I had no idea of the activity that was going on. My daughter's texting me, calling me. I didn't know what was going on. So finally I get home, they tell me about the video, and a lot of you was asking about the follow-up and to explain the situation. So this is the situation. My daughter went into active labor at home. We took her to the hospital. She called ahead of time, so we know they are expecting us.
Mm-hmm.
However, we get there to the emergency room. We watching nurses, putting gloves on, running to the door. They get outside of the door, and I drive a black SUV, and they look at my vehicle, and one of the nurses come up to the window, and she goes, I'm sorry, this is for ambulance only. I said, well, my daughter is in active labor. And she was like, okay. She said, but you're going to have to go to the front.
Now, the same reaction that the mom tilting her head, giving the side eye, is my same reaction. And this is what's so this is what's so messed up. You guys excuse my French. It's all about the money. So if she would have arrived in the ambulance, guess what? They could bill the insurance company more for that. If she came through this entrance or that, and this is straight BS. Let's continue though.
I'm like, I have to drive to the front. And they said, yeah, you have to drive to the front. Okay, another redhead. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, so she's in you hear, and it was like, yeah, she started backing up, hit the button, went back inside the building. So I go around to the front. I get out of the car. Again, this girl is in more pain now than she was when we first left the house. Mm-hmm. And she started saying, I feel pressure. I feel pressure. I said, take deep breaths. I ran in. I said, hey, my daughter's in the car. I went to emergency. They told me I had to come to the front. So the lady was like, what's your daughter's name? Tell her Kara Jones. She gets out some paperwork, started typing in her name. I was like, ma'am, do you have a wheelchair or anything? She's in the car. I need to get her in. Oh, if you check on the other side of those doors where the vending machine's at, there should be a wheelchair out there.
So they made the mama go get the wheelchair. This is ridiculous. It really is. Let's continue.
There's no wheelchair out there. So she gets up, she walks in the back, and she comes to the door with a wheelchair. She said, here you go, ma'am. I said, excuse me, you're not going to come with me? And she was like, no. Oh, okay. So a police officer within the lobby, he gets up, he grabbed a wheelchair, he goes out the door with me. He said, come on, I got you. Went out there. She is on hands and knees in the back of the vehicle. And I'm like, oh shit, what is going on? And then she goes, it's in my ass. And I was like, what? And the guy was like, and she was like, he said, okay, she was like, cameraman, she could not move. So when that contraction eased, we put in a follow-up on the video that I posted earlier.
All right, we're gonna go to the next one. Let me read a couple comments. And welcome, Alicia. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining, sis. Welcome to the Cutie crew. Teresa responded to Gigi and said, I agree. The OB doctors here tell you to go to the OBGYN, don't go to ER. And yes, that is normal protocol. But guess what? Those hallways inside that hospital still would have led them to OBGYN. So just because the mama made a mistake or didn't think about it, daughter is in active labor, it is still up to that hospital to roll her right on to that department, you know? Gigi said if she was going to be induced already, they already got that information. They got everything. She's Black. They didn't care. Gigi also said she should have been taken straight to OB-ish, makes me beyond hot. April said she most definitely could have gotten her some immediate help. Red Ann said the physician forwards all their patients and medical records to the ER just in case something like this happened. Facts. And then April said this biatch is a horrible nurse. It's a lot of work to get a nursing license. Why do it to treat people? Why do all of that to treat people like this? Horrible nurse with a history. They dropped the ball on purpose. It was all about color. I would have been flipping all that shit over. I'm cussing tonight. It's Sunday. Lord forgive me. She should have gotten help wherever she went. Facts. Period. Point blank. Hey, Indigo. Welcome again, sis. All right, let's go ahead and get to the next video from the mom.
So when that contraction eased, we put in a wheelchair. He said, you can go park your car, because they, again, had people out there. So I went park my car. It wasn't even 30 seconds.
Yes,
I run back in the building. She's just there with a stack of papers in her hand, screaming that this baby is coming. I look at the registers behind the window, and they're looking at me, and they say, well, we can't do anything until she signed the papers. Are you fucking kidding me?
Period.
So I grabbed the papers, and of course, they all ER bullshit that they have. And I was like, you want her to sign this, and she's in active labor.
I want to pause real quickly because the seriousness of this is she could have died. That baby could have died. And because of this treatment, the baby was born a certain way. We're going to get to that in a minute. It is heartbreaking, April. And you know, sis, we see it in your title, what you are. It's crazy. Let's continue.
And they was like, okay, I was like, ma'am, she was supposed to be induced earlier today at 8:00. And they called and told her that they would call her because they didn't have beds. And they would let her know. And no one ever called back. They called back every hour on an hour. And they was like, no, we'll call you back. And then finally, her water break, she called them. They tell her to come in. So why is she signing these papers? We need her in labor and delivery. And I was like, ma'am, I'm sorry. So the charge nurse comes out. And she saw the paper signed. What fucking, are you serious right now? And she closes the door.
Close the door.
And then the lady behind the window, at this point, my daughter, scribbled her name on all the papers. We gave it to her. She says, thank you. She walked it around to the charge nurse. She opened up the door. My daughter is literally like having a contraction. Mm-hmm. And she's just standing there in the door. So we push her into the door. I said, can we get her into labor and delivery? She said, no, we have to fill out all this paperwork. I have to do the paperwork and get her a band before we can send her upstairs. So that was the video that you guys saw that I initially posted. So the next video that has no picture on it was when I was pushing her in and we was at the window because they asked me to move her from the window so they can take care of the guests or, patients that was coming in and out. Do not go to this hospital. So
All right. And the final update is the baby had a bowel movement inside mom. And the amniotic fluid was green. So because of the stress and all of that, and we're going to look at it, the baby had a bowel movement inside the mom. And hey, Peach Prince, and because of that, could possibly have some challenges. April is here and a couple of other you guys that are nurses can let me know, okay, which would cause meningitis? Which would cause meningitis? Gigi, what if the baby was breached in a breech position? Hello, May Francis. You said a coworker of mine had a mild stroke and they mistreated her and she checked herself out and went to another hospital. I hope they get a lawyer. They need to close it down. Yeah, it's some things going on. You guys go ahead, and I'm sorry your coworker had to go through this. Go through that. But you guys go ahead and take a look at this. Yeah, I was still happily. You guys know my favorite saying, I'll be sitting in front of Big Bertha while she braiding my hair to the back. Some things, yeah, I'll be willingly locked up. This is a literally life or death situation. New life, the mom's life, and not a care in the world. Not a care. Okay, but take a look at this update, and then I'll give you guys the status of the nurse.
Hey guys, I'm here with Mom and Baby Cash. They're doing well. He has a doctor's appointment tomorrow at the pediatric center. It's a lot of concerns. They taking tests on him. He still have to go through several other tests down the line because he was born with his eyes open, and due to the stress and trauma that occurred in the triage area, the baby had a bowel movement in mom, and the fluids was green. And like I said, he born with his eyes open. So
what a shame.
They are, taking all that in consideration as well. But he's eating well, sleeping well.
Now, Mom, I want to say this. Melanin, I'm over there responding to you and Robin right now. For me, I wouldn't be on here showing my grandbaby right now. On the outside looking in, the world wouldn't know his current condition. They would have known that, yeah, he had a bowel movement inside of mom and all of that. But, the doing well and he's fine. Yeah, no, y'all wouldn't know that. Y'all wouldn't know that because even if I got to lie, he not doing well. He not. That's going to add on a couple more dollars. I get it. But anyway, let's continue.
Looking good.
Beautiful, baby.
And I was also reading a lot of the comments, and some of you under the impression it was twins.
Aww.
They're not twins. This is daughter with baby Cash, and this is other daughter with baby DJ. They are a month apart.
All right. So God bless the beautiful babies. Her other daughter had a baby a month ago, and she just had her baby. Her daughter had her baby, the other daughter, on 10/10, and this baby was born 11/11. But Gigi, get where I'm coming from. Indeed, they need to stay off of social media. Lawyers only from this point forward. Thank goodness, and not thank goodness, thank God that the babies are seemingly okay. But when it comes to this one, yeah, keep them off of social media. Let them wonder how that baby is doing due to their lack of care. You get what I'm saying? But the nurse has been placed on suspension and she is under investigation after that live video. Something else that's going around is not only has she been suspended, let's hope it leads to her being fired, losing her license, but people are outraged. So, Miss Little Redhead, you can't walk the streets freely. Not from what I'm reading on social media. And we don't ask me the same question over there on Patreon, but for the sake of YouTube, you guys know we don't condone violence. But yeah, she can't leave. I'll read a couple more of your comments. Hello to Brittany Janae. Brittany Janae. Simone is here. She must not have an attorney yet because they would have told everyone to shut the hell up. My point exactly. She wants to update the public when it comes to her grandbaby and all of that. She's just a mom and a grandmom. But look, get on up out of there. Click end and don't click live again. I don't know if there are any GoFundMe's or anything like that. A suspension is not enough for me. And it's not enough for a lot of people that's been tuned into this horrible, horrible story. Yeah, she a little too nice for me too, Black Butterfly. I get it. We're not going to blame the mom. She could just be a sweet, kind woman. But I promise you, had that been me, video would have been different. The video that went viral would have looked completely different. Okay? Because they're going to have to send somebody in here to deliver this baby. And they also going to have to send somebody in here for you. And then they probably going to be sending the popos for me. Okay, Robin, I see you over here now. Ciao. J28, hey, J28. They'll say she did nothing wrong and was just following procedure. Well, the suspension shows that they agree that something was wrong. She was suspended. So, too late for that. But I mentioned that earlier, J28, that I'm sure that's what she said. Girl, F some protocol right now. The umbilical cord could have been around that baby's neck. Like Gigi said earlier, could have been in a breech position. We ain't thinking of this, not a proper protocol moment. She's in active labor. I agree on Debbie. On Debbie said redhead should be locked up in jail. Look, I be telling a lot of my business, especially to the cutie crew. But I think I told you about how my niece's friend, my niece was pregnant. This is the first time I really knew, because my mama was a sweet lady. May she rest in peace. This is when I really knew my mama was about it. But my niece was about 6 months pregnant, and she was over at her friend's house that lived behind my mom at the time. And my niece was probably 20, I would say 19, 20. Anyway, her friends were twins. We all grew up in that area and knew them and all of that. But the mama somehow tried to push my niece down the damn stairs. And that's the first time, unless she was cussing me out or my other siblings for doing something we had no business doing, that I saw my mama in that moment. She said, I'm about to go over there and walk that bitch. I said, oh, child, mama. All of us went over there. So, Brittany, Janae, I get it. You say the way my mom and auntie would have got that nurse together. Girl, I had to clutch my pearls at my mama because I ain't never heard her say, you guys know I try not to say bitch, but that nurse was a bitch. And when I heard my mama say, I'm about to walk that bitch, we all got the walking, baby. And we marched right on up in that house. This is public. This is not behind the walls. This is a true story. But look, I can't say what else, but it was on and popping, okay? So yeah, I agree. You know, it's heartbreaking. Stay off of the internet, lady, please. Lawsuits will absolutely happen if they haven't already. Simone, anytime I see what's his name, child? You guys know the black attorney. Crump. Anytime I see Crump like a video or anything that lets me know he gonna be on it. And he has like several of these videos. So yeah, a lawsuit will happen. Seemingly the baby is okay, but mom and daughter and everybody else stay off the internet for now. Go and get that shmoney, okay? Black Butterfly said, I get it too. She has never been in this situation. It's all 100%. Right. It is on the hospital and especially the nurse. And, you know, so we're not blaming the mom. We're not blaming the mom at all. Like I said, she can just be one of those She not thugs like us. She could be one of those mild-mannered women. I ain't one of those. What would she do if you're having a heart attack? Hand you a stack of papers to fill out? Nah, that I agree. April said, as a nurse, we are trained to make decisions in the best interest of the patients. Yes. And you know what? Heartbreaking story, period. But we know that Black women are treated differently when it comes to having babies and you know, being in labor and all of that. And a lot of times they didn't make it out of that. So thank God that she did. And that baby seemingly appears to be okay. But if it's my grandchild, yeah, he got all type of issues. I go find me a little round the way type of doctor. Yeah, write him up, do some funny business with the paperwork or whatever. He's not okay. And look, I'm just joking right now, and there's nothing to joke about. But we don't know what may happen when it comes to that child going forward. So they gonna get paid. They are absolutely going to get paid. Peach Prince said, y'all remember that scene from Terms of Endearment when the daughter was in pain and needed that shot? Yeah. Yep, I do. Dog lady said, I ain't one of those either, chit chat. Yeah, no, dog lady, you and me both. You and me both, cause baby, we could share a cell. I'm on my way. Okay. But let's get into the audacity real quick. Another quick story. Did you guys hear about DoorDash girl a couple weeks ago? DoorDash girl came out and said that she was just trying to deliver an order. And when she got there, the man had his pants around his ankles and all of that. We're going to look at the video. And the instructions for her were to leave the food at the door. That's it. That's all. Right there. You got it on the ground. That's it. Turn around and go ahead on. DoorDash already got their money. You already got your little tip or your portion or whatever. She didn't do that. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the initial story. And you guys hit the like button. Shout out to 84 Night Owls that's joining me. I'm glad they covered it. But she zoomed in her camera. The man was passed out on his couch. He did have his pants down around his ankles. I believe he had his underwear on and a shirt, or I don't know. But yeah, that's not a part of your job, ma'am. Let's continue.
That's fucked up. Hey guys, so DoorDash just deactivated me 2 days after I reported my sexual assault.
Now, quick question. In my Moses voice, from what you just synced, Is that SA to you? Hey, who said that? Who said that in the chat? From what you just seen, was that SA? She was on the porch. The food was already down on the porch. She took her camera and zoomed in the house and all of that. I'm confused. Educate me. Maybe I just don't know. Was that SA to you guys? Because it wasn't to me. Let me know before we continue. Okay, J28, you on the same page I'm on. I can't rewind it, unfortunately. But FA is SA. She was outside, he was inside. Let me know if that's enough for you, Simone. SA is SA. We don't play around with things like that because that lessens the seriousness of the real cases. She was outside, he was inside. That's all you missed. Okay, so far I see no. Okay, let's continue.
Hey guys, I just lost my job, and they won't tell me why.
Girl, bye.
They're supposed to send an email immediately after deactivation, providing you the reason why and a link to appeal, and they didn't. So I contacted support, and they made me sit on the phone with them for 50 minutes just to tell me that they can't tell me the reason why, and I have to just go ahead and appeal without knowing why. So my chances of getting my account back, they have my money in that account. I was working. I was literally working.
Girl, you was just SA. Nah, you ain't at a hospital somewhere getting checked out? I'm confused. Lady, sweetness to you called a whole Karen. Let's continue.
And they deactivated me. This is related. They just punished me for posting about my sexual assault while
Ooh, child. I don't want to be choked, Shannon. You're right, Teresa.
DoorDashing. They just fired me, and the police are doing nothing.
What in the world is going on? Ooh, child. Had your kids, had your wife. What's going on?
Days ago, October 12th, 2025, I was a victim of
Child, is that the same outfit? Girl, did you change your clothes yet?
SA by a DoorDash customer while I was doing my job as a DoorDash driver. Excuse me if you've already seen this. This is my third time posting this because TikTok keeps silencing me and taking my videos down and giving me strikes. So if I get one more strike, you guys, I'm just letting you know right now my account is going to be banned. So I'm going to try to word this as chill as possible to avoid getting this video striked. So on October 12th, 2025, the DoorDash customer requested that their order be left at their front door.
I'm going to stop right there. I mean, we're going to finish it, but she just said the DoorDash customer requested that they order be left at the door. That's it. That's all. That man wasn't standing in the doorway with his pie-ness in his hand. He maybe had one too many drinks and fell asleep before you delivered his order and the door was open. But if he requested his order to be left at the door, leave his order at the door and go on about your business. I'm still confused at how this is SA. I'm gonna go ahead and get this for Brittany Janae. She want me to give it a whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo, child. We don't believe you. Let's continue. It's the theatrics for me.
When I arrived at their front door was wide open. Their lights were on, and they were sleeping on the couch within eyesight of the front door with their pants and underwear pulled down to their ankles, and they were indecently exposed to me.
And they say that's a lie. So the pants wasn't down to the ankles, you know what I'm saying, or you know, the underwear and all of that. But it's gonna get juicy. There was some swift justice when it comes to this, sweet tea. Keep looking, sis.
I got this on video, and I'm not even going to be posting the video clip anymore because I'm pretty sure that's what's getting me the strikes. But yeah, I reported. No,
I ain't about to look at your crazy ass screaming no more. Let's see.
It to DoorDash, and DoorDash did ban the customer. And then 2 days later, DoorDash banned me which doesn't seem unrelated. I appealed and they were supposed to respond to my appeal within 7 to 10 business days. They didn't.
Anyway, I'm not about to do all of that, okay? But she has been arrested and charged on 2 felony charges after recording a man passed out with his pants down in his home and posting it on TikTok. So his pants was down, the underwear wasn't down, and it absolutely was not SA. Do you guys think that she should have been arrested and charged? Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that she should have. Put a 2 in the chat if you believe that that was SA. It's the lies for me. Yes, Melanin. That's breaking and entering. If it was indecent, if it turned into, in her mind, public indecent, what's the charge? Exposure. You exposed him. He was in his house. Now, do I think that going forward that people should absolutely make sure their door is closed and all of that? Yeah. But she brought all of this on herself and her ass was arrested. 2 felony charges. 1 for, do they have this here? Unlawful surveillance, amusement/profit, meaning you pulled out your camera, zoomed in, recorded him, you got amusement out of it, and you absolutely profited from it because it went viral. No, it's not what happened here. Yeah, and he could have passed out, could have been a medical emergency, it could have been anything. So that was 1 charge. Again, unlawful surveillance, that's the 2nd charge. Unlawful surveillance, amusement/profit. The first count was, I believe, disseminating surveillance image and selling/publishing it. Swift justice. And maybe if things like this start happening more often, people cut the bullshit. You did this, you came out here and lied. That was not SA in the least bit at all. Sharing those pictures could be considered, yes. Oh, distributing. Oh, put the P word for me next time. Just put corn for me next time, Gigi, and we'll understand what you're talking about. But I agree. Are we sure she didn't? We not, J28. J28 say, are we sure she didn't pull his pants down? What in the world made her post that any damn way? Facts. So look, again, we need justice like this where it is swift. And I'm glad that it turned. I didn't talk about that initially, but I'm glad that this was the outcome. I really am. Anybody else agree? I see Angela Richardson say 1, Bridget J say 1, Dog Lady 1, Pink Diva 1, Neva P 1. I don't see a 2 in the chat. I don't see a 2 in the chat. He was in the privacy of his home. She violated by coming inside when he said, leave it at the door. Period, point blank, sis. Totally agree. And look, things like this, unfortunately, we can take all of this back to Emmett Till. I may be aging myself, and that was before my time, but I know about my history. And we've seen in several cases where lies like this have equaled the unaliving or jailed of Black men. And I'm a Black woman, but I'm not a racist at all. You know what I'm saying? I would love if one day we can all live just happy lives and none of this mess is even a thing to talk about. But again, we know from our history of Black men being hung and things like that and unalive. Yeah, no, we're not playing around like that at all. So shout out to, I don't even know where it happened because I didn't even want to look into it like that much, excuse me. But shout out to wherever it was, child, with this swift justice. And I hope that she's has to serve some type of jail time. That's just me. Okay. Let me see what else you guys are saying, and we're gonna keep it moving because it is late. But my sis Robin was over there talking about Cardi B. So we absolutely about to talk about Cardi real quick and Offset. Let's make sure I got that together. Hold on. And this one. Okay, let me move this here. Give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, I want to leave that there. All right, let's see. A couple comments and we're going to move on. 94 of you guys watching. Thank you so much. She made money off of him. She did. She did. And that's why they said for profit. Yeah, you can't do that. Aunt Debbie can't stand that old scoop ball head. He another one. He just a youngin. Scoop ball head DDG. But in this case, and I'm not going to show you guys this just made me think of this. He went to, I believe, the gym and parked in a parking garage. And the parking attendant had on those meta glasses and was taping him, taunting him. And DDG didn't know that you had to pay for parking. The guy was taping him. It's $20. You got it, right? You got it, right? Anyway, that guy uploaded the video to TikTok. Couple days later, DDG went back up to the guy's job, took a picture of him. The guy had the glasses on again. In that case, I'm on old scoop ball head DDG side, even though he got a little hair. You know, that guy profited. It went viral, and you can't do that. So people had a big discussion like DDG is trying to get him fired, as he should. So that's about one of the only times I've agreed with him lately. But anyway, let's see. Couple more comments. Some of these folks will do anything for clicks and views. Glad justice was served swiftly. I am too. When Karen's F around and find out, child. F around and find out. Nah, what if he got startled and pulled up? Exactly. Bravo said indecent exposure is a form of actual trauma and in some cases considered a form of SA. Once she was in the driveway, she was on his property, so beyond the front door. Yeah, agreed. And look, she's the type that then studied and looked up everything. You know what I'm saying? And no. So the law has spoken when it comes to that case. And she was arrested and charged. Good for her. Rice says, because what if the popo had come to his home while he was asleep, busted in and started pow-powing him? Exactly. He needs to get paid as well. I will take her to court. Yep, I agree. And Kathy came in and said her baby almost came out on the floor. Yeah, it's sad. And these hospitals and all of that, Kathy, they really need to do better, you know? All right, Gigi, you agree with me? Yeah, in that case, DDG was right. You know, now get him fired. But this guy wanted to then try to act like he took his picture. In case, and if something happened to me and all of that. Yeah, no, next time, mind your damn business. That's all you have to do. So the Meta glasses look like Ray-Bans from what I'm told, and they got the little cameras on the part, like in most glasses, they have the little steel part or whatever. That's dangerous. You could be being taped at any time. They shouldn't have even started selling stuff like that. But let's go ahead and get into this quick next topic. After this, we're going to have one more, which will be the whole Blueface circle on this week of the Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey of Blueface. But Cardi B and Stefan Diggs had their baby last week. Cardi gave birth not this past week, but week before. And it is a baby boy. And her soon-to-be ex-husband, Offset, is out here taunting her. So allegedly, and I don't know if this is true, there could be a law in Georgia where legally, because he and Cardi are still married, it could be considered his kid. And he's like these typical Negroes today. Made a post and delete and said, my kid, LOL. And this is the thing, dude is allegedly not even paying child support for his kids with Cardi. So you ready to go ahead and claim this one as shits and giggles? You know what I'm saying? And just get a life. It's messy, yes. She is still married, yes. But the reason why Cardi filed for divorce, period, was because of Offset and him not being able to stop cheating. So, dude, you're scorned. And Cardi has something to say. I want you guys to listen to a little bit of what Cardi had to say, because this is serious. It really is.
Like, I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. Sometimes I sleep and I wonder, like, yo, this is not normal. You see crime documentaries, you see shit on social media about women getting killed the other day. And on the truth, like, it's like, I'm a real tough bitch. Like, I'm a tough bitch. Where you can never there's a difference between being tough, and there's a difference between somebody having an unhealthy obsession with you, that you have to you gotta be concerned. And I'm really starting to be concerned.
And
I'm
should.
so tired because I want to detach myself from shit. And it's like, it just doesn't stop. And it's like, when does it stop? I try to be nice. I try to contact family. I try to whatever, and it's not working. And I'm so tired. I'm really getting so like, I can't take it anymore.
All right, let's see.
I can't take it anymore. I'm tired.
Now I'm gonna pause real quickly. Yes, he is Linda Gamble. Thank you for saying that. He is crashing out April. And this is an unhealthy obsession. You screwed up. That's the reason for the divorce. And leave this lady alone. Leave this lady alone. Now, Cardi is good for suing. And if I were her, I'll go ahead and put some papers on Offset. Sometimes you just got to let them know you really not playing. And I know that she has a certain level of compassion for him because he is the father to her 3 other children. But yeah, what you're not going to do is just continue to taunt me, stalk me, all of the above. You had your chance, you blew it. Now take your ass home. Lee Hall say she everybody's garden too. Ooh, child. Yes, Holly. Go ahead and get a RO. Quick. That's what I would do, sis. Yeah, you want to play? Okay. Let's go ahead. Hey, Misha. Misha said, I've had a case like this. He's the legal father, but a paternity test can deem Stefan the biological father to establish paternity. Okay. Yeah, but he ain't even taking care, allegedly, the ones that are his, the 3. All right, let's continue to listen real quick. Last slide.
I don't want to do things that's gonna overshadow what I got going on. It's literally a nightmare. And people think it's so funny. It's not funny. It's concerning. Dealing with somebody that can do substance and start hurting me. It's not funny.
It's not.
Then you got these weird ass men. You got these weird ass men talking about, oh, they should be petty. This person should be petty. Da da da. It's not cute to tell somebody that has a mental illness and has substance to be petty.
So she's spilling some tea about Offset, mental illness, substance abuse, and all of that. It's not funny, no matter how you feel about Cardi, no matter if she did get pregnant with well, not if she did, by Stefan Diggs and had a baby. He's the reason for the divorce, and taunting is never okay. Even if legally she is still his wife, and the only reason why legally she's still his wife because he's demanding $10 million. He's allegedly drawing this out in court and all of that. Yeah, no. Let's see. I believe that was it. Let's see.
Somebody that's raising their children. It's not funny. You need to grow up. Y'all love to call kids to know that type of shit when y'all act like one. Straight men here. Oh, this should be petty. It's so funny. It's not funny. Fired.
All right, let me see what you guys are saying before we get to this last piece when it comes to Cardi and Stefan. I agree with Cardi. It's not funny at all. Deborah said, hope Cardi gets a restraining order. Also, the stress can send her into postpartum depression. He sounds just like Martell and Ralph. Go out and cheat, then do not want to pay the price. Facts. And want her money, just like old scoop ball head ass. Martell wanted males. The chat knows everything about a man, but I don't have one. The chat knows everything about a man, but don't have one. Now, Lee, I'm assuming that you probably just found my channel. You don't know what the hell the chat got. Okay? Most, if those are the options, don't want no nigga. Okay? So I don't know what you're proving, Lee. You may want to go back and watch a couple videos. It's Sunday. I'm trying to be a little nice. He talking about this chat, sis. And I'm one that will cuss your ass out. So if you feel like Offset is right in what he's doing, then your ass just like him, a BAN. And yeah, no, y'all not high on the totem pole as far as women wanting you guys. So, women not settling just for anything like niggas like you, Lee Hall. Okay, you got anything else to say? Because I would love to go ahead. You want me to drop the link? I would love to go ahead and have a quick discussion with you. If that is the option, a nigga that what Lee say, child? If that is well, you pointing to yourself. Who? A hit dog will holler. You pointing to your avatar. Okay. A lot of women are single by choice. And there's niggas like you that think, yeah, go on ahead and stay in this. We're going to treat you like bullshit. We're going to cheat. We're going to possibly bring you home with it. But guess what? Let me finish that sentence before I move on. We're going to possibly bring you home a disease and all that. But guess what? At least you got a man. Fuck you and anybody like you. Any other questions, Lee? Before I go ahead and block that ass. Any other questions, Lee? If you didn't hear me, I said fuck you and any other nigga like you. That's Offset and anybody else that operate like you. Any other questions, Lee? Don't block them, mods. Don't block them, mods. He got the right one tonight. I'm trying to pivot and get into a whole different sector as far as hot topics, but I got time today. I will cuss your ass out. You are not what women are looking for. Okay? Ain't got shit to do with a hit. A lot of women could catch a penis, Lee, before they can catch a bus, Lee, or a Uber, or a Lyft. Like myself, I could walk out the door and catch a Negro, Lee. But it's niggas like you that think y'all the prize. You think Offset the prize? You think you a prize by dropping down in this? Because I'm going to bring your ass down to reality tonight, Lee. I'm going to bring you down to reality. Now, I don't know if one of the mods done got to you. I don't see you, Lee, but I'm going to give you a little more time. Because it's been a minute for me. It's been a minute for me. And I promise you, I got time tonight. A hit dog will holler while you pointing at yourself. Yeah, you hollering. You hollering to us that you ain't shit just like Offset. Guess what? If Offset and niggas like you was doing what the hell they was supposed to do in the house and not dropping it low and spreading it wide to every Tom, Dick, and Harry, Tamika, Rashida, Michelle, and all women just dropping it to everybody, guess what? Cardi wouldn't have had a baby by Stefan. Lee, you still here, Lee? Is Lee still here? Let me drop the line. Come on, Lee. Come on up. Click the line. I sure would love for you to come up here and debate with me. how Offset grimy ass was the prize. Cardi wasn't supposed to divorce him. No, you sit at home and just be a dumb bitch. Why I go out here and screw women and again put your life in jeopardy, spend your money. Where Lee at, cha? Where Lee? You hear Lee? Yeah, you may want to. Go ahead and find you another chat to drop down in. Definitely the wrong road. You'll never get that off over here, ever. Where you at, Lee? Got all that shit to say? Yeah, he absolutely one of them sorry ass excuses. We love men, good men, Lee. We love. The type of love that's not going to put your ass in any type of jeopardy, embarrassment, or anything else. Don't get it twisted. No one is calling on all women to be single. No one is calling women to divorce your husband just for the fuck of it. But if the nigga ain't shit, the nigga ain't shit. And absolutely value yourself more. Absolutely know that you deserve better. Okay. Did Lee come back yet, child? Where you at, Lee? Where you at, boy? Because I got time. April said, go ahead and kick rocks with your shoes off and no socks. Okay? Anyway, I love when I just so happen to glance and see some shit. Lee, wrong road, wrong channel. I spend the next hour reading your ass. Okay? That's not even what this live is about. It's late. But we got time. Just like April said. Projection is real. Offset, is that your tired ass? Yeah, Offset, is that you, child? Is that you? Bravo said, wow, Lee, you must be miserable. Why you pointing at yourself? Because you talking about yourself. Facts. Talking about a hit dog will holler. His dumb ass is pointing at himself. 80% of women have ate themselves out of a relationship. I don't know what that means, Lee. Fuck 80%. 80% was dealing with no good Negroes. So however they got out that shit, kudos to them. Okay? Kudos. Let me see what else Lee said. Candy, I'm going to start your comment. Who said that and came back to some bullshit? Who said that? Used to the old chit chat chow. Lee said, Lee, who's a hit dog? Do you know us? He know himself, sis. Crazy ass. I'm trying to see if Lee says, oh, child, Lee, I will sleep good tonight after cussing your ass out. Where you at? Well, click the link. Click the link. Don't talk shit in the chat because your time is limited in the chat. But there go the link. Click the link. Your time limited in the chat because you ain't what we was talking about tonight. But I got time. It appears to me that you do as well. So don't, get tagged by typing. Click the link. It's right there. Click it. And come up here and talk that shit. Don't type about it. Be about it. Click the link. If not, we're going to go ahead and block your ass. I ain't got time for no little punks because that's what your ass is. I ain't even on this tonight. We don't do BANs over here. We don't do men that type in chats and try to get a rise. We can respect the man that will click the link. I don't give a fuck about him calling. Oh, excuse me, it's Sunday. I don't care about him calling nobody bald head. If it don't apply, let it fly, child. Ooh, J28 say your mama bald head. Ooh, child. Yeah, he here, but he ain't clicking no link. Look, Lee. I'm about to go ahead. Oh, Brittany Janae. Who unhid that comment? Y'all know she can't do that. I removed it, Brittany Janae, but she said your mama should have swallowed you, Lee. Now, you talking about black women. I don't know if you black or white, whatever the race may be. Well, I don't know what your race is, nationality. You could be Hispanic, you could be whatever. Whomever you came out of should have swallowed your ass. Okay, Lee? Oh, scary ass punk. I don't know what was we supposed to do? Shrivel up and oh my God, it's a man in the chat and he said this. I see you ain't clicked that like. I'm waiting. I'm gonna give you 60 seconds. Here, coward. Danya, how was your birthday, sis? Oh, Teresa. Teresa say, take your panties off, Lee. Take them off, child. You see, that's the problem. Oh, I can't even say that. Can't even say it. Oh, child. Oh, he's one of them. Did you, oh, I think you probably meant to be over there in the manosphere. May your leader rest in peace, but I would have chewed his ass up. You one of them. You one of them. Anyway, let's go ahead. Offset a punk, Lee a punk, his mama a punk, his daddy a punk, your grandmama and everybody else. You ain't scaring nobody. And we see that you're scared. That's good, Danya. Yeah, Deborah, here, punk child. Let's move on. Let me go ahead and block Lee ass. Lee, this is what I want you to do. After I block you, go ahead and Negroes like you probably already got about 10, 20 different troll accounts. But when it comes to this chat under this name, the last comment that you commented will be it, okay? So enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And as I said, excuse my French, fuck you and anybody that look like you and think like you, all right? Now, log into one of those other accounts and try again. If not, go ahead on about your business. Find your people. It's plenty of you out here. Plenty of them out here that's like you right here on YouTube. But this not the channel. What you saying tonight will never fly. Over here. Find your people, okay? Anyway, guys, before we were rudely interrupted by a BAN that's escaped his sector on YouTube, we were talking about Cardi B. And I don't know if you guys know about this. Do I see her name over here? I don't. But Tasha K again interviewed this guy maybe a month or so ago. And Stefan Diggs is suing him. His name is Christopher Blake. And he came out and tried to act like that Stefan tried to SA him. Sis, Pink Diva, I saw you put that earlier that I didn't read. People use that word too much, and I agree. But Stefan is fighting back, and he's suing him for defamation. So shout out to the Neighborhood Talk. But he filed that lawsuit against Christopher Blake Griffin for accusing him of derugging him and actually assaulting him. Griffin even claimed that Stefan was trying to get him unalive, but Stefan said it was all for clout. Now, I remember this story back in 2023, and this guy Blake stole a lot of items from Stefan and his brother. And they called him. And they allegedly put them paws on him. And ever since then, allegedly, this guy has been making up stories and clout chasing, basically. So I hope that Stefan win, because again, I do believe that this guy made it all up. And I am still shocked at Tasha K lending her platform to anybody that is tied to Cardi B after that judgment. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. I'll be talking about it, child. Mo Better Blues then dropped in and slanging and banging, baby. What? Oh, child. Everybody slanging and banging over here. They must not know. Look, I told you guys, I don't give a damn if I got 20 people in my chat. as far as where I'm trying to go, I've given myself a year. That was in October of 2025. October 2026, I should be there. But I can come out here and be on bullshit every day if I wanted to. Please believe I could come out here and be on bullshit and have 1,000 and 1,500 people in the chat, of 2,000, and talk about this shit every day, and those views would be lovely. But sometimes when you know where you want to go, you just say, yeah, no, I ain't trying to do that. But Lee and anybody like your punk arse, as my sister said, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. It is purposely, as far as me starting my channel and tried to make sure that it's not YouTube related bullshit. That's been since I started my channel. But I promise you, I could be out here every day making money every day, big time. But I got it in me. The message and all of that is, don't ever think I ain't got it in me. I was born with it. Okay, find your ass somebody to play with. Mo Bet, I was looking for your comment. Now I ain't talking about LAMH, but you put something else up here. Let's see. My pressure ain't up. Fuck Lee, punk ass. And y'all know I really don't. It to my cutie crew. Oh, forgive me, y'all. Y'all know. What more better comment? You okay, Brittany Janae? I don't see it. Yeah, Lee probably was a clear man. I'll make his ass turn red tonight, fucking around with me, okay? But Misha said, this is Misha. Misha said Tasha K is obsessed with Cardi and will talk to anybody linked to her. That's the part that I don't understand because, look, with Stefan suing, it's just not in this headline. They're absolutely going to bring up the platform where this guy said all of this stuff. Then they could tie her in that way. It's no way I would do that. No way. Let it go. You know? Okay, but Mo Bet, I read what you said. But yeah, I don't talk about it over here, child. Let's see. Let me give Mo Bet a comment. Mo Bet said, oh, child, Mo Bet said Lee wear panties. Child. Lee. Are they silk or cotton? Do you wear boy shorts or yeah, look, child, look, that is YouTube. I don't know why I'm trying to say it like I'm from Baltimore. That is YouTube. And I told you guys before I even started my channel, I used to look in on the beef sector. And I promise you, if you want to beef every day, all day, you can, and you can make money. Okay. So yeah, I know the game, child. I'm just not playing. I ain't got time for that shit because, like I told the cutie crew, and they know this, I don't play fair. And if it ain't me, it's gonna be somebody that's most likely gonna pop up. So that's why I stay out that shit. But what you said is you watch Love and Marriage. Huntsville listening to a CC, the show is trash. Yeah, that's just why we don't talk about it no more, child. The show is trash. All right. So good luck to Stefan. We had already had a little part of a little circus act tonight over here with Lee dropping down. We know you listening, Lee. Oh, punk arse Negro wouldn't even click the link. How you gonna go back to your boys, Lee, and say you was scared to click a link? How you gonna go back to your boys and say, yeah, I was tough enough to talk in the comments section, but I wouldn't click the link? Man, we don't do Negroes like you. If you are the option, absolutely. Women will stay single. You hear me? But I don't even know how we got here, child. Let's go ahead and get into this last. Oh, no, he don't tuck it, child. He got a moose knuckle. He got a moose knuckle like old scoop ball head as Martell. See, it's the ones like that. I agree. Lee probably got a moose knuckle. Mo better say he got it took. Most times, Mo better, it look like it's took, but it ain't took. It's just there. squished up. That's what a moose knuckle is. And most times when men drop down like that, they suffer from moose knuckle isms. Now, somebody didn't tell old Lee that I'm a Negroologist that will read your ass down. Okay. But yeah, I believe that Lee got suffers from moose knuckle syndrome. You know, he's a poor Lee. Oh, Lee, we gonna pray for you. See, now I feel like I went too hard on Lee. Yeah, and you know, they do wear women drugs. I feel like I went too hard on Lee. He does suffer from moose knuckle syndrome. We sorry, Lee. We sorry, but yeah, you got a moose knuckle because your ass didn't click that link like a man would. Not Bloomers, child. J28, not Bloomers. Oh, no, you don't got knuckle-itis, CEO. Finance queen, y'all a mess. Gigi say, who is we? We ain't sorry. F him. Yes, Danya, he got moose knuckleism, sis. You know, and we gotta have a little compassion for the brothers like that. They have, you know, they got the parts. What you call that? Hermaphrodites. So they got the parts. And sometimes they probably got a little bit of both. So old Lee probably a hermaphrodite child. He confused. You don't know if he a woman or a man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't big enough for him to really feel like he a man. So he said, well, let me go ahead and find some women that's on live. You know. Jacqueline, you may want to tip on up out of here, child. You may want to tip on up out of here. Do you hear me? Hey, Jacqueline. Debbie say she ain't sorry. F. Lee. See, Lee, look what you done started. Here, punk, y'all. Let's move on. The circus act continues. And this week, it is Blueface. He was on the show, 20 versus 1, where 20 women come, one man, you know, sit there and judge them and all of that. And what you say? I got about a tip of an ounce, tip of one eyelash compassion for him. Damn, Bravo, that's small. Not an eyelash, sis. Not he sleeping in his mama basement, child. Yeah, you know, because he got to go back to mama. You know, because the average dumbass woman ain't going to put up with the new smuckleism. So they going to go ahead and send him on. I already sent, we looked at the video a couple weeks ago where a woman was taking him on back to his mama. She was carrying that big overgrown ass Negro in the middle of the street and put him right there in front of his mama's house. That's Lee. Oh, Lee. Oh, Lee. But anyway, Blueface went on a 20 versus 1, and I'm going to let you guys listen to what Blueface had to say. This young lady, let me remove this comment, is the woman that he was talking to. And there are people on both sides. There are people that's saying that he was talking about the color of her skin. I am not going to show the baby at all. And then there are people that was saying that he was saying that she may have been born with challenges. And because of that, that sent Chrisean Cardi'S off. You hear me? Yeah. Oh, Lee. Before we go, before we look get into this, hashtag Lee. Hashtag Lee for me in the chat. Thanks, Danya. If you guys can go ahead and just hashtag Lee. Lee didn't have guts enough, you know, to just click that link. I ain't never scared. That's to anybody. Gigi hashtag absolutely not. Gigi, you gotta play along with us, sis. Oh, Lee. Gigi, we talking about because he got a moose knuckle. Oh, Lee. You've been unfortunate all your life. You probably facially challenged. Oh, Lee. Okay. Y'all a mess. What? See, we were minding our business, and Lee got us cutting up on a Sunday night, child. On a Sunday night. Robin played fair. Sis didn't play fair. She said, "Oh, Lee with your punk ass." Mo Better said, "Oh, Lee tuck. You got it tucked, child. Ain't much to tuck. Not all Lee knuckle." Lee just don't know. Lee still watching. He one of them. I can't even say the word peeping. Then I'm gonna have to say something else. Then Tom, he's still looking on, child. Oh, Lee. But anyway, I want you guys to listen and look at this. You be the judge. Let me know what you feel like Blueface was referencing. Was he talking about the complexion of this young lady as far as her skin tone? Or do you think he was talking about the condition of his son? Oh, not a thumbprint, child. Oh, child. Oh, child. Not a thumbprint. Now that's small. Look, you're not right, LaShawn, because I promise you, I just looked down at my thumb, sis. Damn. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look.
You got an ex-boyfriend?
Yeah.
He still loves you?
No.
The Aquarius in you knows better.
But the Aquarius wants you to not do better.
I'm gonna swipe left. You kind of look like my son.
So I guess swipe right means, they gonna keep you. The men gonna keep you. Swipe left means they're passing on you. So I'm gonna play it again in its entirety. But he said, "I'm gonna swipe left. You kind of look like my son."
Okay.
Okay. They gonna know what I'm talking about. Yeah, my next lady. Like Junior, right? Yep.
So he said, "You look like Junior right there." All right, let's I'm not gonna pause it or anything. Take a listen again.
Boyfriend?
No.
Are you lying?
No.
You got an ex-boyfriend?
Yeah.
He still loves you?
No.
The Aquarius in you knows better.
But the Aquarius wants you to not do better.
I'm gonna swipe left. You kind of look like my son.
Okay.
Okay. They gonna know what I'm talking about. Yeah, my next lady. Like Junior, right? Yep.
All right. He is talking about Junior. He said it at the end, Jacqueline. He said she kind of looked like Junior right there. My question to you guys is, do you think that he was talking about Junior's condition? Do you guys think that, it appears that the baby was born with challenges? Do you guys think that he was saying that she looks, I'm trying to find the word, like she was born with challenges? Or do you guys think that he was saying that she looked like Junior? He said she kind of looked like Junior. Let me know. And then we're gonna get to Chrisean. Chrisean gonna end up behind bars or 6 feet under, in my opinion. All right, let's see. But CEO Finance Queen said Blueface looking like, "Where's my super suit, Mr. Freeze?" Yeah, what he got on, child? Blueface may need a faja. Suck that stomach in. Okay, Jacqueline, you said he's talking about Junior. Right. He called him Junior. Right. Wow. And they're laughing about that. He's not talking about color with his slow arse, in my opinion. Yes, he definitely is. Which one, Danya? Talking about that she looks like Junior or his condition? And you guys are answering me, but I don't know what you answer me for. That poor baby don't stand a chance with the parents he has. So unfortunate. I agree. He most definitely was. I feel like he was absolutely talking about his condition. Yes. Yes, Gigi. And sis, I agree. Both parents just gone. And you're right, Bravo. Either way, it's cringe. Facts. The baby wasn't born with Well, I don't think the baby has down S, more better, but maybe, I don't know. What I do know is what I witnessed live, which was the baby mama, Chrisean, drinking and smoking weed all while she was pregnant. I watched videos of her live when she was pregnant, and I watched the live video when she went live and gave birth on live. But yeah, I agree with you guys. I think okay, Teresa said, I think he was talking about the looks. I hope he wasn't talking about the baby's condition. All right. Deborah said, no, I don't think he was talking about Junior's condition. Maybe because she was so young, he said that. Well, why were young? Look, I'm going to remove your comment because I don't know either way. I can only assume. But as Bravo said, both are unfortunate. You don't have to bring your kids into the mix of anything that you got going on. But she's a pretty girl. Junior is very light. So maybe, I don't know. I don't know either way. I took it in a negative way. I took it because he shouldn't say anything about his son, period. Couple more comments and we're going to get to Chrisean. But Teresa says she hopes so. And one would hope. Deborah says she don't think it. Clown Sean needs to be locked up. She is all the way out of pocket. Yep. No, she looks like she could be the mama. Okay. See, that's why I wanted to talk about it. And look, none of us know for sure. He hasn't come out and said anything. But the girl is a pretty girl. And maybe that's what he meant. Again, complexion wise. I'm not putting a picture up of the baby, but the baby is the same complexion, Jacqueline said condition, couple more. Probably her face, but her baby is handsome. Okay. He is talking about his condition and he has talked about it before because his friends are laughing. Yeah, to even make your baby the butt of any joke is crazy to me. It's crazy to me. When he looked over at the guy and said, and they're going to know what he's talking about. That's why I took it as he was talking about the baby's condition. Okay, we're going to look at it again because I thought he said they're going to know who I'm talking about. We'll look at it again. Yes, Gigi, as far as the drinking and smoking. I watched it live. And I believe that's what he has. Same with what you put in the comments, Misha. I believe that that's what the baby was, the condition he was born with. Okay, and Debbie said the challenges. All right, let's listen again. Did he say they're gonna know? Oh, well, it's right here on the screen. They're gonna know what I'm talking about. But we'll listen again and we'll move on to Chrisean.
No.
Are you lying?
No.
You got an ex-boyfriend?
Yeah.
He still loves you?
No.
The Aquarius in me knows better.
But the Aquarius wants you to not do better.
I'm gonna swipe left. You kind of look like my son.
Okay.
Okay. They gonna know what I'm talking about.
All right. So he did say they gonna know what I'm talking about. Let me put this on here in case Lee try to come back from a different account. Your ass gonna have to be subscribed this time. It's sad. It's unfortunate. But the next videos that I want to show you guys, I want to know if you feel like what Chrisean said is warranted. I'm gonna read a couple more. Teresa said that baby haven't seen a doctor because if he had, CPS would be involved because of the baby's learning delay. He is behind, and an 8-month-old baby does more than he does. Well, we know it's not his fault, and we don't know if that baby have seen a doctor or not. You know what I'm saying? I totally get where you're coming from, and just based off of the moms, because Blueface just got out of jail last week. Went in, I think, a week after that baby was born or something like that. But from Chrisean's actions, not even gonna say every other day, every day, all day, CPS, I don't like talking about people, kids, and what I feel like should happen, but I will say the child should be in the care of someone else. And when it comes to Chrisean's family, absolutely not. When it comes to Blueface's family, I don't know about the sister and all of that. But the mom, she's a clout chaser. So poor baby. Poor baby. All right, Lisa Love say he was talking about her sharp features. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Deborah S. I don't think he got down S either. All right, but anyway, Chrisean didn't like it. And I told you guys this before. I don't know why, but for some reason, in my opinion, Chrisean thinks she's a whole Negro. And she operates like one and she talks like she's one. And does she have a right to be mad? I think so. But she was talking like this last week and the week before when Blueface put out. When that boy get out? Last week? When that man get out? Last week? I don't know. It's been a hell of a week. Shout out to the content creators that's covering it, child, because you got something to cover. Lola Lee TV, I may join you. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at what she had to say. I got 2 different videos, and she said that he's cyberbullying his own kid.
Hey, was he look like Charles Barkley? Then it was he wasn't your son. Now you had a 20v1 telling whoever, however, he looked like my son. You know, I can't wait when me and my son just go visit your grave one day. You feel me?
So she said, I can't wait for me and my son to go visit your grave. Ken Zane, I agree with you. I agree. Let's continue.
If that's what you're trying to do right now while we living our lives, separate, whatever, from the chaos. Yo, bitch ass want to kill us. You know, you want to die first before us, right?
So she said he gonna pass first before us on God. This is my problem with Chrisean, because Chrisean is a torn woman, excuse me, that in my opinion needs like extensive help. But if she wants people to believe that she's as godly as, she just jump on God and off every other day. And none of us are perfect. We are all sinners. But, she thinks she's untouchable. She put threats out a lot as far as, even with the guy Ronnie that said he was Junior's father. He was unalived, and it appears to me that she somehow want to take credit for that. You see what happened to other people, and it's crazy to me. But let's continue.
That day coming. Cause I'm not trying to kill you while you still here. Oh shit. Cool.
Now, by her face, Blueface, by the look of her face, you may need to be scared. There ain't no telling what this girl gonna do.
Can't wait to see that tombstone.
That's crazy. She can't wait to see the tombstone.
Hey, oh well, clowning my kid, right? But you know who started it? Who broke the ice with that? You.
Now I'm gonna say this. She said Blueface broke the ice with this, and I'll continue. But when he posted the baby's hernia, but Chrisean, you are wrong. You started this when it comes to that baby, in my opinion only, because again, you were drinking and smoking weed all throughout your pregnancy. Had you set your ass down for the 9 months that you should have, possibly, you know what I mean, nothing would be going on. Let's continue. That's all it is, April. And if he tell her tomorrow to come back, she's there. That's it. That's all. It is Lady Sweetness. Absolutely.
All of it, bro. You still at it. You at a 20v1. Talking about your precious baby. Who let you out of jail?
My question is, why isn't she with her precious baby? She flew into LA, and right here she's at an airport. Last week she was at an airport. The week before that. If your baby is precious, spend the precious time with him. Let's continue.
Bro, who let you out? You're not safe out here playing like that, y'all. Real shit. Over my dead body, yo. You ain't safe out here.
Robin, you said what it felt like, and that's what she's doing. All right, let's continue.
Couldn't get a response out of me for anything he was doing. So you mentioned my son. Bro, you're not gonna live a long time.
I don't know how much of that I could listen to, the continuing of saying that his days are limited.
He's born against our kid, bro. Gonna live a long time. Billy and your second son, bro. That's crazy. And you know why I think he bullying our kid? Because I love my son more than him.
Why you got a big tattoo of his face on the other side of your face? The problem for me is she absolutely has loved Blueface more than she loved herself. And if you love him more than you love yourself, your son falls under that category. So I don't think that she loves her son more than Blueface based off her actions.
Yeah. It's all right. His address is 186.
Oh, I'm glad she stopped that because she doxed him, put his address out there.
I'm swipe left. You can't.
Oh man, I didn't mean to show that baby. Okay, let's get out of this one and let's go to this one because it gets worse. I'm gonna read a couple comments. Gigi said, in my opinion, she never wanted the baby. And she did mention again on live when she was pregnant that she was gonna have a AB, Move with Misha said, I think she's really mad that he doesn't want her since he got out of jail. I totally agree. What he did was take her money. She wanted to be the top dog, the first in line when it comes to whoever the women were, and they got to be a little cray-cray, that's lining up to be with Blueface. So when it comes to his other baby mama, Jaden, she wanted to outdo Jaden. When it comes to the other girl, Angela, that claimed him while he was locked up, and I saw a video today. She had her whole house decorated in blue and rose petals everywhere and all of that. Chrisean, we saw her when Blueface got out, ran to where he was on DDG's stream, kissing all over him, over his back and his neck and his face. You guys saw a video where she wiped his nose and he was holding the baby. I'm thinking she about to wipe the baby nose. She wiped his. He took her money and she said it. Nobody helped him. He just got out. Didn't nobody give him no money. So I gave him everything I had. He took everything that she had and sent her Earth on. And that's when we saw her in the airport crying. So I agree with you, Misha. Sis says she has no real guidance and she needs to lose that tough guy mentality. She's not on baddies anymore. This is real life. She can't move forward because she's still worried about what Blueface is doing. I agree. April said her major focus should be getting that baby the help that he needs. Deborah, you're like me. 1 minute Chrisean is in church praying, and the next minute she's talking about people getting unalive. This is not about Junior. This is about rejection, and she knows Blue is done. I agree. Lisa Love said, that's why I say she can't be any more mad with him than her own self. Yes, and she should not be talking like that. I believe she is, Gigi. That's why I said this is a little cray-cray because I believe she is on probation herself. This isn't the first time. She said it last week, the week before, however long he been out, 2 weeks now since he's rejected her. That's what she's been saying. But let's continue.
I want to turn my flight back around. I run a car through his house.
That's a threat. She want to turn her flight back around and run a car through his house. Now, if you care about your baby, he said that ish. He said it publicly, as all over the internet. There is nothing that you can do to change it. Go home to your baby. Go home to your baby.
That's what I want to do. That's how mad people keep making me about my kid, bro.
And she's getting choked up, rightfully so. But the math not mathing, because she does everything from what we can tell, and she's one that's on live several times a day, sometimes hours and hours and hours. You're not doing what you're supposed to do for your own child. This man told you when you was pregnant he didn't want the baby. This man showed you after you gave birth he didn't want the baby. This man has spent time, almost 2 years, didn't care about the baby. Is it just supposed to magically change? He don't want the baby. He don't want you. He tried for the sake of appearance, I believe, when he got out. But it's a train wreck waiting to happen. It is a circus act for sure. And they are not good for each other. So if he did reject her and tell her, gone on about your business, that's what she's supposed to do. So even with her coming to LA this past weekend, she said she was coming on business for business or whatever. But there are videos out here that she was trying to get with Blueface, allegedly. Let's continue. It's just a couple more.
Only son. Y'all pissing me the fuck off. Straight up. I'm just being honest, bro. Because at the end of the day, how long you gonna keep cyberbullying your kid? Yeah, she gonna just, yeah, it's cool. I'm gonna take a little break from Instagram. I'm gonna try.
She says she's gonna take a break from Instagram. Let me check something real quick. Because she needs to, honestly. And it's a shame because you guys mentioned parenting. Everybody have failed her, but this girl has had millions of dollars to go through her hands. Excuse me, to go through her hands. She's had a huge support system, pastors and everything else reaching out to her, and she does not want it. She's one that knows that she's insta famous, and that's what she's concerned about.
Calm down. If keep fucking with my son, I'm gonna end up in jail. And then DDG, you his friend, bro. Why you not saying that to him? The way you love your kid and fight for your kid, you not saying nothing.
So she's blaming DDG right there and said the way that you fighting for your kids and the way you love your kids, why you not saying nothing? Can't nobody say anything to Blueface. And Blueface has told you that should be enough. This is not DDG's fault. DDG wouldn't have to have fought for his kids had he not done what he did to his baby mama. There wouldn't have been a fight. They one and the same to me. DDG just dresses up a little more, make it appear to be a little better. But that's not DDG's fault. This is the second time I have defended DDG tonight, and that's not his fault. That man gonna do what he want to do, and what he don't want to do anymore is you. So the quicker she figure that out, the better. Go on about your life. Spend time with that baby. So the problem is she's upset, I believe, because she, wanted everybody else to feel like they was crazy. I'm not going to ever talk about a child, period. But we can look on and see that that child has some type of special needs. You know what I'm saying? She tried to hide that. Baby 2 years old, still not walking or anything. It don't take a rocket scientist to put that together. And when Blueface got out, he showed the baby. Chrisean was hiding or thinking she was hiding the condition of that child. That child, in my opinion, has never been her number one focus. Clout, baddies, making money, them hollow ass chains around her neck and all of that. That's her focus. And I get it that she's young and all of that, but until she listened to somebody, really sit down and listen and take it in, of people that's attempted to help her, She's going to find herself in this situation over and over again. Last week, 3 weeks ago, she had toes in her mouth. That was the Gabino. The next week, she with the young guy that looked like Blueface. I'm getting married. She came out after that. Once Blueface rejected her, I'm getting married, guys. I'm getting married. I just bought property and land and all of that. I'm getting married. 2 days after that, I'm not getting married anymore. So she's doing all of this, in my opinion, to get his attention. But Blueface is from the street. Hold on, guys. Blueface is from the street. And that's dangerous. Somebody needs to tell her, like, was that you, sis, that said earlier, you're not a man. You're not a man. And those threats, and this guy has gang affiliation and all of that. Girl, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? She does that all the time, Deidre. She blames other folks for her mess ups. Where's that comment? Says you the one put it, that she thought that she was one. I'm gonna read some comments and then we're gonna get out of here. She thought he was coming back home to her, and when he didn't, she's now crashing out again. That's it. That's all. While Blueface was locked up, Chrisean moved in his house with his daddy. I said it on the video. I couldn't tell you where to go. That's game. He want to make sure that mortgage get paid. That restaurant had closed down. Guess what Chrisean did? Use that money to open up that seafood spot. It's open right now today, but guess who can't come in there? Chrisean. So she absolutely thought that she was number one, the number one pick, and she did everything that she thought that would put herself in position to be that. But I don't understand, because again, you had toes in your mouth. Any man, including Lee, Moose Knuckle Ass, any man that's just are able to turn on the internet. Child, let's see if we can find the toes. Hold on. Let's see if we can find the toes. Hold on. Any man, Blueface or anybody else, that's able to go back and reference a video of you with somebody toes in your mouth 2 weeks before they got out, he not picking you. Hold on, guys. But he let you, let me search. He let you come on over there and give up all your money. Child, they got over here in the search engine, Chrisean and Bino's toes. I want to show you guys in case you missed this. Oh no, I don't want that one. Hold on, let's see. And then I'm coming to the comments, I promise. But if you guys didn't see all of these videos with now this not the new boyfriend that she just broke up with, that she said she was going to be marrying. This is the Bino guy. I don't know if you guys saw the condition of the hotel room when they were in Vegas. They found all type of allegedly drugs, and it was a mess. But yeah, Blueface used you, child, to get that little money up out of you and sent you on about your business. Let's see if this the toe pick. But she was dressing, they had on matching outfits.
It'll put you into the market.
He trolling her right here about his toes.
That's what you guys know where that one did. I think I should just walk away. Walk up out of this one. So that one tore me up.
So that's Bino trolling her. And yeah, Blueface girl ain't about to hug on you and kiss on you, and you had a Negro's big toe in your mouth. I wish I could find it. Let's see. Chrisean and Bino's toes. Bino, this is crazy. I'm even searching like this, but you guys hold on. This is crazy. Bino's toes. Let's see. Okay, so that's not it. I definitely don't want to see no toes, child. Chrisean, hold on. Let's see if we can find it. Okay. I guess they took it off of TikTok. I'll see if I can find it on. I just saw it somewhere earlier today and I just hurried up and got it off my screen. Is this it? Hold on. Oh, she okay, so she was mad about the toe video. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna read some comments.
That shit. We being 100. Are we being 100? Let's be 100. Why the fuck you post that shit?
So she asked him why he posted it. It's really not necessary for us to look at the toes, but I would have loved for you guys, for those that didn't see it. But anyway, she was had the whole foot damn near in her mouth. It wasn't pig feet, it was Beano's feet. So, every day has been something. I will say this about Blueface. Yeah, he shouldn't have referenced his kid at all, but he is a master when it comes to the internet. He has been trending every day since he's been out. Let's see if I can find it over here on Instagram real quick, guys, and read some comments, and we out of here. We had about 160 folks in here at one time. Thank you guys for joining me for this late night. For some reason, I can't find it on Instagram. Let me do something real quick. And next thing you know, in my algorithm is going to be toes. Let's see. And you guys should know I'm not even looking at the screen because I'm trying to find this. Okay, here you go. Oh my God. Oh, maybe I can't show this on YouTube. Ew, wow. If I do it, if YouTube tell me to take this out, I'll take it out. Hold on, guys. I just DM myself. A mess. Do you hear me? All right, we're going to look at this. Give me 1 second. And I'm just going to show you guys. Hold on. Lola TV posted this. Okay, Lola Lee TV been on it. Do you hear me when it comes to this content? Hold on. Why is this showing like this? Hold on, guys. Maybe that's my sign to not show this mess at all. I'm going to listen to myself and not show it. You guys don't want to see it anyway. Let me read some comments. Blueface out here looking like I think I read that. I believe Chrisean knows that her baby has issues, but she's fronting for social media. I think she's in denial. Yeah, she was in denial until Blueface came home and put that baby right on camera uninterrupted. And she was just looking at him with the gaze in her eyes, and he loved me, and look at him with the baby. She didn't care at that time, If I were her, I'd be focused on my baby and get the help that he needs. Yep. All right. She's very immature. She needs to worry about herself and her son. That's it. Stay off the net. She knows her son has issues and she is not doing a thing to help him. Yeah, she needs to grow up. I agree. Focus on the wrong things. Let's see. Let me go back down. I read that. And Gigi, yeah, I don't know. I believe she is on probation because remember, they locked her up. Yeah, they locked her up after she had that baby. So she was locked up in Oklahoma, if I'm not mistaken. And if she loved her son so much, she would not have been drinking and smoking while pregnant. She thought he was coming back. Okay, I read that. When Blue is with her, she knows no love for Junior. Then when Blue is not paying her attention, she loves Junior. Good point. No, he need an RO. Shaking my head because she is done with everything. She is willing to lose herself and everyone else. A danger. Bravo. I hate to say it, but I thought about that earlier today, and I'm not going to even think out or say out loud the second part that I thought about when it comes to that, but I agree. At some point, that crash out is really going to be, and let's hope not. Let's pray not. But I agree with you. She was just on live begging for clothes and stuff for her new man, allegedly. She was. But she said that he quit her. So now she's not getting married and she's getting back in church. And it's the same thing. Let me see. So I'll have to do a show how unstable she is and fight for full. If his mom ends up with him. If the test show that the baby, I gotta read first, y'all. We talking about this baby. If the test show the baby is his, all they have to do is show how unstable she is and fight for full custody. I know it will cripple her if his mom ends up with him. Well, look, even before it goes to the mom, the baby, I didn't mean to say it, the baby will go to him. You know what I'm saying? He's the dad. And although he's saying things that he shouldn't say, they wouldn't not give him custody of his child. But I agree with you. She's doing all of this for dollars. Her and Blueface are disgusting people. Agreed. Chrisean have had enough money to get her and the entire family counseling. Yes, ma'am. Counseling and homes and stability and everything else. So it's sad. We will continue. Child, is Jaha a sis? Jaha here. Teresa, why you say hey, sister Jaha? Hey, Jaha. Teresa. Jaha is a guy. You remember when me and Jaha had a similar situation like we had to do tonight with Lee? Hey, Jaha, how are you? Thank you for dropping down. Jaha, she didn't mean sis. Hold on. Hey, love my mama. Welcome, sis. You playing. That title is an honor, but she needs to take a seat. I'm back. Had to get a late night snack. No problem, sis. We out of here. Yuck. CEO Finance Queen. Queen, look. I finally figured out what people were talking about. I saw the girl that was eating or whatever she was doing, and she said yuck. Almost pig feet. I wish I could have showed you guys, but YouTube probably not going to allow that. But do a search over there on YouTube. On Instagram. It's not on TikTok. But just search Chrisean and Bino's toes and it's going to come up. And oh my gosh. So gross. So pray for the baby. Pray for all of them involved. Never. I ain't never had a toe ever. I wish a Negro would. She needs to focus on caring for her child. I agree, Red Ann. I agree, sis. All she wants is to be loved, but she got to learn to love herself first before anyone else. Yes, and that's why I said pray for all involved, because we're grown. And that's exactly it. She's looking for love in all the wrong places. Blueface didn't love her when she showed up, when she first met him, and showed up to audition to be on one of his reality TV shows. And ever since then, he's shown her, you know what I'm saying? So she absolutely needs to learn how to love herself. And by doing that, I know that she knows, just like we all should know. She is a cash cow. But I think that she messed up when she put Lemmy on blast because he was the first one that was offering her money. And what Chrisean doesn't realize now, and maybe I should have said past tense, she was, she'll get little opportunities here and there. But when it comes to the baddies and that, and her and Blueface's show, that they had on Zeus and all of that is over. Because now everybody realize, with Chrisean or not, Blueface is trending every day without her. Even he realizes that. So there's no need for him to go back and try to pick her up just for the views and the clout and all of that. That's why he on 20 versus 1. That's why he talking to Hazel E. And that's why he's doing all of that. He does not need Chrisean. So it's time for her to realize that, Okay, what's the CEO Finance Queen say, child? You remember when child, baby, Jaha is back. And we welcome Jaha back. We do. Jaha was a good sport. Hey, Jaha. I hope you had an awesome Sunday. Thank you again for dropping down. And look, I keep my eye out on this. Like I say, I just said the girl a cash cow. So I may be talking about a child to make that cash. That is in the hot topic sector. As far as the other sectors, child. Teresa. Oh, good point, sis. I don't know, child. I don't know. But shout out to Jaha. Shout out to each and every one of you. It is after midnight. Shout out to the night owls, the cutie night owls. It's 130 of you guys still tuned in. Shout out to the cutie crew, baby. You guys know I love me some you. Shout out to each and every one of you cuties that's been rocking with me. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for embracing this new area that I'm trying to go in and that I will continue to go in. And look, Lee, keep your ass away from over here. You got me cussing on the Sunday, and I'm not trying to do that. I ain't trying to end up in the nothing wrong with the beef sector, child. I watched and just watched last week. It's entertaining still, but I'm not trying to go there. I don't want to have to get on here and cuss folks out. And Deidre, sis, we'll end this on you. Steve Wilkos did reach out only because people were tagging him saying you need to do a DNA test. DNA test. Steve Wilkos had no idea what he had gotten himself into. All he know is when he made that video, he got over 1 million views. And he was like, what the hell? So he did reach out and said that he would do a paternity test for both of them. But what Steve Wilkos don't know, they not coming on your show for no $5,000 or $10,000. They make that plus more daily. So there's no, you know what I'm saying, incentive for them to go on a Steve Wilkos. They don't need the publicity of being on that show. They don't need Steve Wilkos's ratings because they get their own. But yeah, they won't be on there. Don't hold your breath. None of you. There's no need. All right. We are out of here. Yes. Hazel E is another clout chaser. And she says she a whole German Shepherd out here for Blueface, child. Well, child, those are the types that Lee like, though. Lee like the ones that will degrade themselves for a Negro. Shout out to Lee. Didn't click that link. Try next time. I may unblock you soon. But you guys have a good night. Thank you again for joining me. Have a good night if it is still Sunday night for you. But to the Eastern Standard Time, cuties, it is after midnight. And you guys enjoy the rest of your Monday. Everybody remember Jaha. Everybody. Jaha. You famous over here, Jaha. Good night, Gigi. Everybody remember that. I don't go back and watch my videos, but I think Jaha was one of the only ones after a couple months that I went back and watched. I got a whole cackle. So shout out again to Jaha for being a good sport. Jaha, you are good over here, okay? You are good over here for now. You know, Jaha don't start no ish. Happy birthday again to my cutie crew sis, Danya.
Go, Shawty. It's your birthday.
We love you, Danya. Happy birthday again, baby. Danya, I'm not gonna bring it up. I don't want to bring your personal Instagram page up, but baby, gorgeous. You hear me? J28 said, I'm sitting here watching a good show on Peacock. All her fault. Oh, J28, I'll write it down because we looking for something to do pretty soon on Friday nights, but I don't want anything that's live because that way we can watch at our own pace. But all her faults. We'll check it out. But I love you guys. Good night to Ken, Azane, to Gigi, to J28, to Teresa, my mod, Pink, Diva, my mod, Aunt Debbie, Linda Gamble. Shout out to the Cutie Crew mods, Brittany, Janae. Love you, sis. Love you all. I'm Tad, and before I start rambling like I normally do, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. But you guys join me next Sunday for another Sunday night, a late night live. I will be live before then. But if you are not subscribed, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button for me. Also, click that notification bell. That way you'll know when I drop future videos or when I go live. Definitely share the video with your friends. And I'll chat with you guys soon. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. With QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT.